Well, hi again. Welcome to The Way I Do It. If you haven't been here before, my name is Chris. I'm in Jamestown, New York. The project at hand today is my final hay cutting of the season. It's second cutting, and it looks really good. Got a little surprise at the end, too.
The season's winding down, and I want to get a little second cutting. It's only August 13th, but in the past I've always waited till September to try to get second cutting, and I end up battling the weather trying to get it dry. So what I'm going to do is mow this field now. It looks good. It's really nice and thick. So let's get the tractor. Got the hood off it because at the start of the season I noticed a little hole in the radiator. It's a little bit involved to get this radiator out, so I've just been nursing it along to get the hay season done. I threw a little bit of pepper in it. I leave the cap off it, and I top it off with less than a gallon of water. And if I see the temperature start rising, then I go get some more water. For what I'm doing, it works just fine because I only do a couple hundred bales at a time.
I can just flip this upside down, and I'll throw this on the tractor here. Let's do a little, make sure there's oil in the tractor. Yeah, it's on the low mark, but that's actually low. Not a lot to starting this Jetstar 3. Just make sure it's in neutral. I push the clutch in out of habit. Bucket, lift it off the ground because I set it down when I parked it. Of course, it would bleed down anyhow. A couple of years ago. You should never use it until the tractor's warmed up. Yeah, no parking brake on this because I had to put the bucket down. Drop of water coming out of there. I love that new hay wagon. Most people would get off and jack it up, and what I'll do, drop the bucket, lift the front of the tractor, and voila. There you go. So there you go, it's all lined up. I keep my Hesston on the power takeoff. Now this is a bear too.
This is a really cheap aftermarket. I always put it on a block of wood because you get a little bit of rain, or if your ground's moist, this is a pretty heavy machine, it'll sink in. Pull the pin, now you can rotate it up out of the way. But a nice thing this Hesston has is it's got this lug back here for stowing. I don't know if it was added, but it was on there when I got it. Another thing I do is my 4x4 that I put on the ground. That'll actually fit my tool block. Keeping the spare parts in there is probably a good idea. We never had a toolbox like that on our old New Holland mower. Yep.
Pick up our rope.
I'm not
not going on the road, but let's get that up out of the way.
So I take the bucket curl up, pull that back, take that bungee cord, hook it around the back of the seat. Now, there's probably a different valve I could put on there, but this is what works, and it's always been on here for free. So. Now let's see if our up, I always like up being back. And down being forward. So we got it right. Pulled that ample torque back to get it out of gear. And again, they never want you to use that unless there is a warm gear oil. I like that through the camera we can see the blades of the fan because in real time, obviously, August, she's going to get a lot of sweet corn. Tomatoes are late. There's some cherry tomatoes there. The lettuce looks good. That is lettuce, right? I thought I'd have to come out here and pick zucchini. Let's get to this hay. Let's let you look at the hay before I mow it. This little section here, believe it or not, that goes like from here to that diversion ditch. I've actually been able to cut this twice already this year, so it was really nice. I got to it real early in May. So you can see, you see the clover. The grass I think is, I think that's Timothy. You know, without the heads and everything. Pretty sure that's Timothy. I know in some of the fields we have some, now is this with the blue flowers, is that red clover? And then the little white clover with the white flowers, the little tiny stuff. There's some weeds, Queen Anne's lace, but those little things that we could cut those up and eat them, right? But yeah, in the other fields we got some trefoil. We even had some mint. So let's get to cutting. this area here with the brush hog to keep all the weeds down. I left this section of milkweed in case there might be a monarch butterfly in there. I cut down a couple others, but I tried to leave a little bit. I know they're around somewhere, but not like they used to be. I used to find them and put them in a jar. This one, that's all. I saw it. Right there. Good. So hopefully that monarch is laying an egg and it'll be fertile in September. Back to butterfly bites. So this worked out pretty good. This is the extra here. This is the end of my extra hay for the year. I promise not to try to do anything in October. So yeah, that was my final hay cutting of the season, and I've stuck to my promise. It's the middle of September and I'm not doing any more. Unfortunately though, the only hay is right here. I only got about 20 bales. Unfortunately, the day the hay was ready to bale, I got tied up in something else, so I only baled about 20 bales, and it was about 8 o'clock at night. So yeah, things didn't work out. Most of the field got left. It's unfortunate. When you try to farm, you need to be available all the time, but sometimes things come up. So yeah, I want to thank you for watching. Stick around. There's going to be more baling, more farming. And I'm retiring next year, so I'll be doing this more often. So yeah, stick around, check out my mower, my tractor, and that's the way I do it.